shadow profile is a profile Facebook builds around an unregistered person with information they've gathered from registered Facebook users as well as third parties, much like in the same way we form opinions on people from gossip and third-hand information. So even if you've never been to facebook.com, it probably has a shadow profile on you. Facebook encourages users to upload their contacts book to help their servers find them friends, and when you put it like that, isn't it the saddest thing you've ever heard? It then combines this information with data that it gets from data brokers to build a profile on you, whether you want one or not. I'm Simon Caine, and these are my terms of service. Part 1. What are shadow profiles used for? It's always worth remembering that Facebook is running two companies. The first is a social network designed to get as much of our data as possible. The second is an advertising platform run on that data, helping anyone, with the right budget, show us ideas, products and services they want us to know about. They give Facebook billions while we give them nothing, so it's no wonder they're a little distracted. Anyway, back to the question. On our side of Facebook, this data is used to power the People You Might Know feature. Facebook say we should be aware of their data collecting, but they go into very little detail publicly about what data is being used for what features. Under oath, Zuckerberg claimed he didn't know what shadow profiles were.
So these are called shadow profiles?
Congressman, I'm not familiar with that.
On the advertising side of Facebook, your data is sold to brands and businesses to give them a well-rounded view of your life, yourself, and your social circle. They also use that data to fill in gaps in their own data sets in order to know when to advertise to you better. If you want a more in-depth look into how they do this, you can watch my other video on how they use period tracking data to sell you more crap. Part 2. So it's just Facebook, right? No. As with all these things, one tech giant starts it, creates a market for your data, and all the others follow suit. Google creates shadow profiles on you, which it then sells on to advertisers. This includes where you live, work, and your secret interests. Porn. Google, unlike Facebook, successfully sell hardware and software to power their devices on their Android operating system. This is the primary way they track people. And in this lengthy report, which I'll link to below but 99% of you won't read, you can see how our smartphones are so integrated into our life, they're almost an extension of our personality. Your arm bone connected to your wrist bone connected to your iPhone. Part 3. Are they really that bad? As with everything we talk about on this channel, there is a positive and negatives. Let's start with the positive. Security. By verifying you have a real phone number and friends, you're probably not a robot, and therefore they can confirm your identity. This in theory stops spam from entering Facebook, but a quick search reveals a handful of pages full of the stuff. So I don't think it's working. That's the positive. Now, on to the negatives. Data leaks. Leaks are bad enough, but imagine never having given them the data in the first place. To be fair, most social networks have worked hard to clamp down on leaks. To be even more accurate, the only reason they've really done that is so they can sell your data fair and square. This verified data is worth more, and as a result it is being sold for more alongside the data that actual users are uploading to Facebook. I'll leave it to you to judge whether one of these outweighs the other. Part 4. Do they keep my data forever? Facebook claims it won't hold on to data forever, but that's slightly misleading. Facebook keeps data from users for up to 90 days, but it also keeps data from non-users up to 10 days. Problem here is, I don't often voluntarily go offline for 10 days, no matter how much the trolls tell me to. This means Facebook might delete data like my friend's telephone number from my contacts book that I uploaded to their site because it's more than 10 days old. But because they're continuously collecting our data, they'll have that same information from 9 days ago, and 8 days ago, and 7 days ago, and you get the point. Why bother deleting the data? The only way to stop them from collecting your contact data is to not be online, or to ask all of your friends to delete your contact information before they sign up to Facebook. Simples.
Simples!
Part 5. What can be done about it? Not a lot. Facebook could make things clearer for us, the user, but at this stage that'd be a really complicated task. And who's got time for that shit? We could all log off the internet, but that doesn't seem very likely, no matter how many trolls tell us to. Facebook could give us a method of opting out, because right now they don't give us an option, so as a result, by default we're all opted in. And as we've discussed multiple times before on this channel, opting in and opting out are two very different processes. The first asks for consent, and the second defeats the idea of choice in your privacy. Sure, Facebook takes data which I own, like my contacts book, but that isn't actually mine. My friend's telephone number are their private information, and by giving me no way to opt out, they are in effect stealing my friend's data. Oh, and while they're creating an opt-out button, maybe they can make it clearer what they're using the data for, both on our side and the side of the advertiser. But realistically, they aren't going to. They'll claim this is because they don't want to give away their secrets to their competitors. Bit like in the same way Willy Wonka didn't want to let anyone into his factory, and by the time he did, we found out what happens when a business goes unregulated for years. But by that point, people don't care. All they want is the little dopamine hit from their product. If you want to support me and help grow my little community on here, you can like and subscribe for more quality content. Also, you can become an internet explorer via my subreddit or Patreon. These allow me to tell you directly when a new video comes out, so I don't have to rely on YouTube's algorithm. Both of those are linked below. If you did enjoy this video, you're going to love this video about why Facebook wants to own the world of VR. And it's not just for advertising spaces. Godspeed, and I'll see you all next week.